Action.
It's Jill for today. The director's here. He's behind the camera and he's directing. Director, how are you today? He's doing this. He's doing this by the camera.
I'm good.
He's going cut. He's the director. He can say cut. How's it going over there? And he's going length and length. And
I'm good.
He's
I'm
good.
very good.
It's hot.
It's warm.
And we've got the air conditioning running.
Yeah,
I'm such a wimp.
You
I am
are.
a wimp.
You know, low 80s and she melts.
Say again?
Low 80s
Oh
and
yeah, I
you
do.
melt.
That's, it's just not for me. Okay, so here we go. I have like a review thing tonight. And I've got some stuff out here, right? A lot of stuff. I got some honey. I have some jams. And I have some canned roast beef. And then I have some canned chili. Now the thing about all of these items is they're out of date. They're expired. I know. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do?
We're going to die.
We're going to die. We're going to just die. So we're just going to take a taste of this and we're just going to die. Okay. These jams here. Now, you find stuff on sale and you want to buy it because it's on sale. And, it's like, okay, so it's like $2 off a jar, right? Director, are you just like on this stuff?
Yeah.
Am I talking like...
No, I zoomed in on the...
You zoomed in on me?
No, on the stuff.
Okay.
What is it you want me to be on?
You're the director. What do you think you should be doing?
I haven't directed
Okay,
anything in the
just
last 39 years.
Show my face a little bit and I'll bring stuff up. They're just looking at jars. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Right now you look like a can of roast beef. Okay. Now we're back.
Oh
And
my God.
Jill for today has her signature glass of wine, not her first, as you can tell.
It looked like a can of roast beef. I swear, you are so funny sometimes.
Yeah.
I swear. Okay.
Especially after a few glasses
Gotta
of
wet
wine.
my whistle. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the deal. Is I buy the stuff on sale, right? Or I pack up on it at Costco. And there it sits in my cabin. And then one day I go in there and I say, oh, I forgot I had this jar of jam. And you look at the expiration date and you say, oh no. So I called my extension service here in Oregon and they are like fabulous people.
That's Oregon State University.
Yeah, our extension service. And I mean, they are just like on top of it. And I said, here's the deal. And I explained to them, right? I've got this can, it's out of expiration date. Am I gonna die if I eat it? Now, I'm gonna tell you my experience. I'm not gonna tell you to do this. That's your choice, okay? These jams here, Simply Fruit, Smuckers, very nice brand. These expired in, I'm going to try to find the expiration date here. Okay. August 2014. So these are, we're closing in on almost a year, right? And I think this one is even further up. Okay, this one is October 2014. So they're all around the same age. And she said, okay, what you need to do, she says, this is a best buy date. It's not like it's going to, the minute this date rings out, you're going to it's going to just be horribly toxic. It's a best buy date, which means that it may not be as nutritionally whole, if you will, as it was, before that expiration date. And it may not look as attractive, perhaps, might be, but she said
And the flavor may not be
the flavor too.
optimal.
Thank you so much. This is the director.
Yeah.
And he's right. The flavor might not be right up there, okay? So, but she said, really, if you open it up, if the seal is good, and you open it up, smell it, look at it, and then if it looks and smells good, it's probably good. But you should taste it, And this is how I feel about my own canned food. I can meats, I can jams and fruits and all that. Oh my God, they sit in there for a couple of years, and that's what I do. So I look at the jar, see if the seal is good, crack that seal, smell it, look at it, and I say, I think we're good to go. So this is what we're here with the jam. Okay.
What about the Fido test?
See again?
The Fido test?
What's
Where you
that?
offer it to your dog, and if he turns his nose up and walks away, you don't eat it?
And here's the same thing with stag chili, right? This expired in January. Expired in January. So we're 5 months past. And frankly, I wouldn't have even called the extension service about something that's 5 or 6 months out. But people freak out. I have in the past freaked out. So this is another one. The seal is good. There's no bulging of the can. If I open this and it sprays, I'm tossing it. But it looks, what director?
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. Does the type of can lid make a difference? Where there you have a pull type can as opposed to the roast beef can that's solid.
I think so. And I think that this probably is more compromised than the seal on a regular can, like a tuna can or whatever.
Okay.
But this again, it's indented, right? It's not bulging.
No.
The can is not bulging, and the bottom. Now, do you recall, Director? We pulled out a can of peas or green beans or something at one point, and it's one of those things you get shoved in the back of your cabinet. We pulled this out, and this sucker was bulging.
Yes.
The lid was bulging. We didn't even open it. Didn't even look at it twice. We just shoved that into the garbage. But these here all look really good. Now this roast beef, this is really out there. This roast beef, this was a Costco buy. This expired in October of 2013. Right? That's, what is that,
But
a year and a
it's
half?
not really any difference than like a sea ration that's been,
No.
canned since World War II and people are still eating it.
Exactly. And again, like they said, it's Best Buy.
Yeah.
Maybe the meat's not got the nutrients, or maybe it doesn't have the flavor, right? But this can is in perfectly good shape, and I have no problem using this. Now the thing about the jam, and I'm going to open one of these. I'm going to use this. I have this fabulous recipe for, it's a bar that's got oatmeal. It's like a sandwich bar. I guess that's the best way to say it.
It's more like a dessert bar, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's got an oatmeal kind of, crust, then a center of fruit, and then that same crust on top. I'm going to use this for the filling.
Kind of like a Fig Newton with,
Perfect. So I'm going to open, which one do you want me to open?
what do you got?
Well, I've got apricot. Ooh. I've got strawberry. I've got blackberry.
I'd recommend the strawberry because you have
I have
two of
them.
them.
Okay, so we're going to open this. And I'm going to,
Oh, that's a good sign.
Oh, yeah. So we look inside here, right? There's nothing on the rim, right?
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, you want to look at this. There's nothing on the rim, no mold, nothing that look.
Oh, the rim looks good.
Yeah, the lid's
Rim
not,
looks good.
like.
See a few little dots, but I suspect that's
It's
just
jam.
Jam,
That's jam.
yeah.
And then we look inside here. There's no mold, right? No mold.
Nope.
No mold. And I'm gonna no liquidy kind of. It looks very good. I'm gonna smell it. I smell strawberries. Okay, so we're gonna try this. Now, if I keel over in 10 seconds, call the paramedics. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it smells good. Oh my God.
It's simply fruit.
It is simply fruit. Tastes delicious. I don't even taste a compromise in the flavor or the texture. So, we've got that going for us. Now, the other one I wanted to talk about was honey. Honey. We bought this honey a year ago out there in the wooded areas. It's solid.
We actually bought it from a lady who has the bees and was selling it alongside the road.
Alongside the road. It is solid. It's solid. I'm going to open it up so you can see it.
It's kind of, what do they call it?
It's
not
crystallized.
Crystallized.
See there? It's crystallized. They have found honey in the pyramids. There is nothing wrong with this honey. It needs to be warmed up. You warm that up, it starts to liquefy. You use it. Now, when you put it back in your cupboard, it's probably going to solidify again. It will last you a lifetime.
Yeah.
And if you see an expiration date on honey, this is my experience. You do what you need to do. But my experience is, if you see an expiration date, if I see an expiration date on honey, I use it because I know this is what's going to happen to it. Where are you going, Director?
I'm just pulling back a little.
Oh, okay, because I saw the camera just doing something there.
Hey, who's directing around here?
Gosh, you are. Okay, so.
You damn stars.
I'm sorry, we're finicky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're finicky. So this was kind of what I wanted to do, was to say, in my experience, I have things that are in my cabinet. In fact, this last week, the director and I we started pulling, stuff out of that cabinet and out of the pantry and said, oh my God, look at these dates. And I said, this is the perfect video for Jill for today. Right? Right?
Yeah. Why don't manufacturers, instead of a Best Buy date, just put a stamp on it that says under no circumstances use after?
Yeah. Well, that would be very threatening, but it would be good.
So is there a difference between a use by date, use or freeze by date, and a Best Buy date?
Well, I think when you're talking about things like fresh products, yogurts, cottage cheese, milk, things of that nature. Now, milk, I think they say that you can use milk like 7 days after the expiration date on the carton. And again, that's a thing where you gotta sniff it because if it's not been refrigerated at a cold enough temperature, or if the yogurt has not, it's plain and not got fruit in it with sugar, that might make a difference. So really, those kinds of things, you really do need to look at the label and the date.
Okay.
But they used to be used by and Best Buy, and they've now kind of gotten rid of the used by because people said, this is like bogus. I think really that's kind of what happened. So the used by thing, unless it's a produce or a fresh eggs or milk kind of thing, those you got to look at and you got to smell and say, it's looking kind of raunchy, and that's where you make the decision. But for me, in my experience, Jill for today, this is how I handle canned foods now.
And if you have any questions whatsoever, call your local extension service.
Absolutely. They are like, you're paying for that. It's tax dollars that pay for your extension service. Use it. I use it. I can every season. I must call them 5 times, 6 times a week, asking them questions about my canning. So they're there, they're very experienced, and they're free. Well, they kind of are free, but you're paying with your tax dollars. So, Director, how did I do?
Not bad. Hold up a can of stag chili.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I want to zoom in on that
Yeah.
a little higher.
Okay.
Okay?
I have
Let
no
me zoom
clue.
in.
I have no clue. What are you doing?
All I want to say is, if you buy a can of stag chili,
Yeah.
open it up,
yeah.
and it looks anything like the picture on the
Yeah.
front, call Ripley's, believe it or not,
Yeah.
or take it to Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
to the Smithsonian, because they're going to want to preserve that. Because I guarantee you, what you'll find inside that can probably looks like it went through a blender.
Well, what's interesting about that is that many, many years ago, Campbell's Soup, right?
Yeah?
There's what we now call Truth in Advertising, but many years before Truth in Advertising, Campbell's Soup, when you got the alphabet soup, I don't even know whether do they even make alphabet? I don't know. But there used to be an alphabet soup, and it had little alphabet noodles in it. And on the can, or if you saw a commercial, usually it was commercial. Oh my gosh, these noodles were just, it was just fabulous. Yet they put rocks in the bowl to elevate the noodles, so you saw the little alphabet noodles, or if it was like a vegetable soup, they would put rocks in the bottom so that all that stuff was elevated. So you thought, oh my God, this bowl, well, it's like this.
With some of those canned soups, rocks would elevate the taste too.
Yeah, some of them, But that was an interesting thing.
Yes.
A little sideline there. Okay, I think we're done. It's
I think
hot
so.
here. We made a fabulous dinner. I made a smoked sausage.
German sausage.
Oh, delicious. And asparagus that I had cut up and then pan fried with a lot of garlic, and that was delicious. Sliced tomatoes. My pickled beets.
Oh,
my pickled beets.
good stuff.
And then rice.
Some leftover rice.
And then the director had a breadstick.
Yeah.
The breadsticks
A
I made
cheese
the other day,
breadstick.
cheesy breadstick. Yeah, he liked it a lot.
Yeah.
He ate the rice and he ate the bread. I stuck with the vegetables and the beets and
The breadstick was excellent.
yeah,
The highlight of the meal was the German sausage.
it was delicious.
Yeah, smoky.
And it was an easy dinner for a Saturday night. It was pretty easy.
Yep.
All right, everybody. I think we're done. Are we done?
We are done.
We're done.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Hope
Right.
Tell your friends. This is a good one.
Watch what you buy.
This is a good one. Good one. Watch your expiration dates. Don't do anything that you're not comfortable with.
Right.
If it has a date on it, you say
When
throw
in
it
doubt,
out.
when in doubt, toss it out.
When in doubt, toss it out.
The other day we went shopping. We left a nice piece of ground
Oh,
beef on the
yeah.
counter. It had been in the freezer to thaw out.
And we got home too late.
Came home and Jill for today said, I think it's okay. And the director touched it and I said, no, we don't want to take a chance.
It was not cold.
Yes.
That's the one. Don't
Yeah.
eat. You know, one more thing quick. When we were younger and, you know, you'd go off to work in the morning, we thought nothing of sticking a slab of meat on the counter and saying, it's frozen, of course. You know, throwing a chicken on the counter or a roast or whatever it was, and you'd leave it there all day long. You'd come home at 5:30 and you'd cook it. It's a wonder we all didn't drop dead.
You know, the converse is true as
What's
well. If you cooked a meal and especially if it's got meat in it and after dinner there's leftovers, don't just let it sit out forever. Stick the container in some ice water or something to cool that down fast
Yeah.
and then get it in the refrigerator.
That's the way to go. That's
Yeah.
what we do with
That's
our
how you minimize
pot of soup,
bacteria and other bad stuff.
botulism.
Yeah.
Or botulism, I think?
I don't know, E.
where
coli,
it is.
botulism.
Food poisoning.
Food poisoning.
Food poisoning.
Remember, there's no such thing as stomach flu.
Oh, no.
It's food poisoning.
It's food poisoning. That's
Yeah.
what it is. If you say, oh, I got the stomach flu. No, you don't. You have food poisoning.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, so we're out of here.
Okay, okay.
Thanks for, I've got 3 sentences going at once. Thanks for viewing.